La revolución avanza. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
In matters of love, the former Cuban leader acted as intensely as in political activities. All 90 years of his life were full of emotions. According to the New York Post, he had more than 35,000 love affairs, some of which he confessed to, while others he hid. We know that Cubans knew little about Fidel Castro's love affairs. Perhaps this was done for security reasons, or he did not want to mix political life with private life. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a Colombian writer and Nobel laureate, died in 2014. A friend of Castro once said that he guarded his personal life so carefully that it eventually became the main secret of his legend. Known facts: this mystery always accompanied him. Even in the last years of his life, information about his health was initially declared a state secret. Only close people knew the truth: his wife, children, and some family members and friends. It is not surprising that almost no one knew that, in addition to 8 official children, he had many illegitimate children. This means that the Cuban dictator was a real conqueror of women's hearts and had more success in love than in political life. It is known that Fidel Castro was married twice. His first wife was Mirta Diaz-Balart, the second was Dalia Soto del Valle, with whom he remained until his death. He met Mirta Diaz at the university in 1946. She was born into an influential family associated with the Batista regime, and despite various obstacles, they got married 2 years later. In this marriage, the first child of the Cuban communist, Fidelito, was born. This relationship was not very strong due to Fidel's constant betrayals. However, they did not break up because of this. While Castro was in prison for the failed 1953 assault on the Moncada barracks, he saw that his wife was on the list of those paid by Batista's Interior Ministry. He filed for divorce. A few years later, in 1961, he fell in love with Dalia Soto del Valle, with whom he had 5 sons: Alejandro, Alex, Antonio, Alexis, and Angel. She became known as the Invisible First Lady because she tried to stay out of public life. Unfinished lovers. During the years of underground struggle, he met Natalia Revuelta, a beautiful and wealthy woman from the Cuban upper class. In 1956, their daughter Elena Fernandez was born, who was given the name of her godfather. She became known as Castro's rebel daughter, as she left Cuba for the United States in 1993. Without a doubt, one of the most important women in the life of the Cuban communist leader was Celia Sanchez, whom he met in 1957. She was the first female guerrilla and Fidel's right-hand man and companion, who unquestioningly carried out orders. She played a key role in Castro's uprising, played a significant role in the wars, and eventually took an important position in the Secretariat of the Presidium of the Council of Ministers of Cuba. Celia became one of Castro's most beloved lovers and participated in the revolution for more than 2 decades. Fidel Castro began another love affair with Maria Laborde, an activist and mother of his son, Jorge Angel. However, the Cuban leader never limited himself and met with a wide variety of women. An example is his love affair with the American actress Ava Gardner, who is considered one of the legends of American cinema. The only lover Castro had for his own benefit was an American spy, Marita Lorenz, who eventually fell in love with him. Her story is like a movie. Marita has German and American roots. She was a victim of the Nazi regime. When she was 7 years old, she escaped from a concentration camp. After World War II, she emigrated with her family to the United States. There she became a CIA agent. Her task was to get closer to Castro in order to get to know the enemy better. This led to Marita falling in love with Fidel and becoming pregnant. These consequences did not bother her at all. It was said that she had an abortion, but after many years it turned out that she had given birth to a son, but he was taken from her after giving birth. After some time, the U.S. government again recruits Marita and orders her to kill her lover. Years later, Marietta admitted in an interview, "I couldn't do it. I was still in love with him." It is obvious that the sex life of the leader of the Cuban Revolution was very stormy, although the figure of 35,000 mistresses, which the New York Post newspaper mentions, is very high. But this is not the first time that someone has tried to add more color to Fidel Castro's biography. So, they say that he survived 600 assassination attempts and smoked his first cigarette at the age of 14.